What's up, Clemson? You're watching Tigervision, and the Extra Point starts now. Welcome back to another episode of The Extra Point. I decided to take a break from the debate desk this week. I'm hosting since Horace can't be here with us tonight, sad face. But we do have a great show coming at you. We have Matthew, we have Josh. Should be a good show here. We're going to start off with some Clemson basketball. We saw them unfortunately lose to the number 4 ranked team, Virginia, last night, 64-57. After what looked to be a promising season towards the beginning of the year, kind of ended shaky for the Clemson Tigers. Guys, let's get your take on this.
Well, it's very disappointing. I went to the game last night, and they started off a little weak, got a little stronger towards halftime, but it's really disappointing because the beginning of the year we're upsetting all these teams. We're number 2 in the ACC in the rankings, and then once again Clemson basketball sets in, and we just start losing games we shouldn't lose.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. We were upsetting everybody. We beat Florida State, Louisville, we even beat Duke. And then we lost to teams like NC State, Georgia Tech about a week ago. And then, as you said, this was a close game. It was a 3-point game towards the end, and then we missed a shot. We had to foul, and then obviously that's where we lost 64-57. So, yeah, it was, I don't know, it's just been averagely, I don't know. It's been kind of disappointing, but...
What do you guys think the determining factor was? Do you think it was more coaching, more talent, just more overall playing together? Virginia is a very experienced, very veteran team, and Clemson, I know we have Blossomgame and Noko who've been there for a little bit, but we haven't been together nearly as long as Virginia is. What do you think was the key factor in last night's win?
One thing I noticed from watching the game last night was that Virginia plays extremely good defense. Their defense stopped us at every point. We couldn't get anybody open. Roper couldn't get open, couldn't get a shot. Blossomgame had 32 points, I think, which is insane. He dominated because he's an amazing player. But they just kept stopping us. And there was a moment in the second half where literally 2 minutes on Virginia's own court because we just kept fouling and they kept getting rebounds.
I mean, I have to agree. It's they're a veteran team. We're kind of a younger team. We have a few veterans, but most of our team is relatively young compared to Virginia. They're obviously the number 4 team in the nation. Most people didn't expect us to win. It was probably closer than most people expected. So I think it's just overall talent and just Virginia's a powerhouse. So I think that's what it came down to.
One thing that you guys just mentioned I want to bring up is Blossomgame having 31 points, I believe he had last night. Wow, I mean, what a game, especially going up against number 4, a very good defensive team in Virginia. And we've seen this all year from Blossomgame. He's really showed that he has potential to be a good player in the NBA. Do you guys think he should go this year, or do you guys think he'd be better to stay for his senior season? What do you guys think?
I don't know. It depends if he wants to cash in or if he wants to try to give a little more experience to Clemson basketball next year. It's just, I guess, personal choice. I would like to see him stay, obviously, because he's a dominant player. But he could very well go to the NBA after this season.
My personal opinion is he should stay. I don't really like college players leaving early. And he's just a redshirt junior, right? Yep. Yeah, he's a redshirt junior. Yeah. So, I mean, if he plays next year, he'll dominate the ACC. He already dominated the ACC this year.
And then his stock will go up for the draft.
And he'll just look better. So I think staying would just increase his worth.
Speaking of stock, real quick before we move on topics here, if the draft were next month and nobody else plays any more games, where would Blossomgame go right now? Where would you guys pick him at? The highest point you'd pick him at? You guys are supposed to answer the question.
No, I'm trying to think about it.
I'd say he'd go in the later of the either late first round or early second round.
Second, all right.
Yeah.
Matthew?
Maybe mid first round, maybe late first round.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of potential, but somewhere in the first round, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, what's not to like about a tall 6'9", 6'10", power forward that can step out and shoot the threes?
Yeah.
But we're moving on, staying on track with basketball, but we're going to go to the professional level here. We're going to talk about NBA. Curry. I mean, I don't even know what to say about him anymore. He's impressing us every single day, every single week. What he did against the Thunder last night, I'll let you guys get into a little bit more. But what do you guys think? I don't know. I'll just let you guys get into it right now. What do you think about Curry and his performance against the Thunder and throughout the season, really?
His performance against the Thunder was one of the best things I've ever seen. I walked in at the beginning of the fourth quarter, and they were down, and Kevin Durant making these clutch shots that he does, and then Steph Curry is the only offense I see there because Klay Thompson wasn't making a single shot.
Klay Thompson going to be inconsistent.
Not to the end. Not to the very end.
Yeah, I did not see him make very many shots in the fourth quarter or overtime. So Steph Curry had to step up in a big way.
Yeah.
And then I heard about him being out earlier with the ankle
injury. Yeah,
and he came back. And then the game winner. I mean,
32 feet.
Yeah, I mean,
32
everybody
feet.
saw it. He was at the RF the Thunder. He just pulled up.
Some people, before you guys go on, some people are saying he's the best point guard to play the game right now. Do you guys agree with this? I mean, that's a pretty bold statement with Magic Johnson, Allen Iverson, you name it. I mean, Allen Iverson can be two as well, but you get my point. What do you guys think about this?
Wait, the best point guard of all time, or
Yeah,
like
some
one of the
say
greats?
he's in that conversation.
Well, whoever says that's pretty stupid. Because
But if he continues down this path,
if
is
he continues, no doubt he'll be up there, right? But okay, I'm confused. Right now, as of right now, or at the end of his career, will he be there?
I'm saying if he continues right now, but also if he continues, is he an all-time great point guard? I don't want to say the best. All-time great point guard.
Okay.
if he keeps playing at this level that he's playing at right now, yes, he'll be top 10 at least. Because his shooting is just amazing. I could never imagine someone shooting this well. He's shooting from so deep that people are actually trying to get them to move the three-point line back.
Yeah, I've heard rumors about that. I mean, right now, obviously, right now, if you stop right now, he's not a top 10 point guard because there's just not enough sample size. But if he keeps going like this, yeah, he'll be up there. He's had I think already one or two 50, 40, 90 seasons. He's gonna have another one this year. He'll probably have a lot more after this. He's averaging 30 points, 9 dimes. He's so efficient at shooting. He's God, it's crazy.
From 35 feet, he's 50% from 35 feet.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible.
That's ridiculous. But here's another interesting thing. I saw this the other day, this past weekend. So somebody decided to compare what Steph Curry's doing in the NBA and translating it to do if he was a star in other leagues. So we're gonna take baseball for example. So Curry just broke the record for most threes in a season. Was it Saturday or last Thursday or something like that?
Yeah.
And they still had 20 games to go. They still had 20 games to go. Now, they translated that into baseball, and they basically put that – I don't know how they did it, but they did some sort of proportion of this equals this, and I don't know. But they're saying that Curry is on pace to hit 107 home runs if he was – you know what I'm saying? If he's as good as hitting home runs as he was shooting threes. He's on pace for 107 home runs this season. Just to put in perspective how good of a year he's having shooting the ball. What do you guys think about that? That is ridiculous.
That is ridiculous since the single season record for home runs is 70.
Yeah.
So
I didn't even think about translating it to other sports. I mean, what would that be in touchdowns? 25 or 30 touchdowns? I mean, that's
maybe even
rushing touchdowns. Passing is probably 50 or 60.
Yeah,
I meant receiving. Okay, I didn't specify. Receiving touchdowns. Yeah, maybe passing. Maybe.
Well, that's different. Passing, it would be up in the 50s.
Well,
honestly.
Peyton Manning was 50, right?
I'd say 60s or 70s.
60s, yeah, 60s. Yeah, it's
going to be up there.
Incredible to think about. He broke his own record that he set last year, and he has 20 games to go. I mean,
It's insane.
Everybody's already said all this stuff, but it's still crazy to even think about it.
And then one thing that makes me think he's better, he didn't play against the Hawks yesterday, I think. Was it yesterday or Tuesday? Yeah. He didn't play against the Hawks. And the Warriors played very badly. Their offense couldn't get anything going.
Yeah, they had to go into overtime.
And that was all because Curry wasn't there. Now, I'm not knocking the Hawks. The Hawks are pretty good. They're decent. They're decent.
Yeah.
They'll make the playoffs, but, I mean, yeah. But without Curry, the Warriors are very not as good as.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Without Curry, I think we saw it before. One of the games he missed. Can't believe who was too. One of the losses that they have, he didn't play. I think it was the Mavericks. A couple months ago. They got destroyed by the Mavericks because he didn't play. So it was almost. They didn't get destroyed by the Hawks.
I believe four of their five losses come when either Draymond Green or Steph Curry are not on the court separately. Like either Draymond or Steph are not on the court. So hopefully that he can stay healthy. It bodes well for him if they stay healthy. It does not bode well for them at all if either one of them are hurt, especially Steph. But we're going to move on real quick. Still in the NBA here. Now, the Rockets have had some really big troubles this season. Very disappointing year for them. They cut Ty Lawson, but they signed Michael Beasley, who, 5, 6 years ago, was supposed to be really good. Do you think he's got any potential? Is this a good move for the Rockets? What do you guys think?
I don't know. I mean, Ty Lawson was a headache. They cut him. So who are you going to bring in? Oh, Michael Beasley, probably a bigger headache than not bigger, but a big headache.
Ooh, good point, Matthew.
He averaged. I saw the stats a couple of days ago. It was like 30 points and like 15 rebounds in the Chinese league, and he was the MVP.
He was the MVP of the Chinese
league. He was the MVP,
league,
yeah.
Which I don't know how good that is because I don't know how good the talent is in China.
Exactly, you don't know.
Still, if you're an MVP in any league, that's pretty decent at least.
Yeah.
But apparently he has a huge problem with marijuana.
Yeah, he's got off the court issues.
He always gets caught with it.
Makes him jump higher.
Apparently he's kind of a locker room issue, which I mean they cut Ty Lawson because of that. So I don't know what they're looking for. I guess maybe a better player.
I think I don't know. Does he have potential to come off the bench for 5 or 10 minutes at a time and give him a spurt? Maybe. But will that be worth the headache that he causes him? Probably not.
Maybe he learned his lesson over in China. Who knows?
That's what we'll have to see. I don't know. I doubt it.
All right, guys. Moving sports once again here, going to the NFL. There's been a pretty good shakeup here in the offseason with some quarterback signings. Let's talk about them real quick. We saw Bradford was just signed a 2 years, $36 million. In my opinion, I didn't think he had nearly good enough season for that kind of money. And Flacco, 3 years and $66 million. Flacco's getting pretty old. What do you guys think about both of those contracts?
The Bradford contract, I agree with the length. I think they're paying him just a little bit too much money, but they. Just a tad.
I think it's a lot of it, but go on.
But they got a new coach coming in, the Kansas City offense coordinator, Doug Peterson.
Yeah.
And Kansas City's offense made Alex Smith look reasonable.
Yeah, well, Alex Smith was better than Bradford when he was in San Francisco compared to when Bradford was in St. Louis/Philadelphia.
Well, I'm a little biased on this because I always thought Sam Bradford is a good quarterback. He just always gets plagued with injuries. Last year, he only missed 2 games.
Yeah.
So I can't really use that defense. But he did have a pretty okay year.
Yeah.
He had a better year than most quarterbacks would.
So you're saying he's above average?
Above average,
Slightly
which in the NFL, where you have like the Browns, they have.
Hey, you tread carefully.
a quarterback carousel.
Yeah, you just need a decent quarterback to get far into the playoffs. So I think it's a smart move. Doug Peterson will definitely get a better offense in for Sam Bradford because I never thought that Chip Kelly's offense really fit Bradford.
Not Bradford, no.
No,
not at all.
I don't know why they got Bradford in the first place, but
Yeah.
he's serviceable.
Yeah. Okay. Well, were you going to continue or?
No, you.
Okay. I don't know. 2 years and what was it? 2 years, 36 million. That's 18 million a year. I know the salary cap is rising, but I think that's a lot of money for Sam Bradford. They weren't even there was rumors like a month ago they weren't even going to keep him. They were going to move on. They were just going to cut him or trade him or whatever. I don't know. It seems like a lot of money for somebody who I think he has 3 ACL injuries. He had concussion issues last year. I don't know.
Hurt his shoulder last year.
Yeah, hurt his shoulder. That's another one. If he stays healthy, maybe it'll be worth it, but still overpaid. But if he gets, I think he's, I don't know.
I think this is
he's very injury prone.
I think this is just Sam Bradford capitalizing on the fact that there's not many good quarterbacks out there.
That is true. It's not a very good quarterback market.
If you gave me the option of Sam Bradford or some random guy off of free agents, I would probably choose Sam Bradford because he's sort of proven he can produce, he can get touchdowns, he can win games.
Oh yeah, I like the point about the different offense. Maybe that'll change because an injury-prone quarterback isn't going to do well in Chip Kelly's quarterback system.
If you saw the Chiefs' offense from last year, they're very run-heavy. I mean, apparently the Chiefs didn't have like a receiving touchdown for an actual receiver. They had like
that
the
was a
first
funny
time
stat.
in like 3 years last
That
year.
was a funny stat,
So they're
yeah.
more run heavy. So I doubt Sam Bradford is going to get as much punishment as he would running the read option with Chip Kelly.
Yeah, maybe they'll actually use DeMarco Murray as a running back and not put him on the bench.
You
Yeah.
would think they would.
And then for Flacco, what was it? 3 years, $66 million. That's $22 million a year for a 31-year-old quarterback who just tore his MCL and his ACL. I think he's still getting paid for that Super Bowl run he had a couple years ago, where he was spectacular and he obviously won the Super Bowl. I think that's still looming in some people's heads. That's probably why he got this much money. I think that's very overpaid for Joe Flacco.
That is one thing that I definitely don't agree with. I never thought Flacco was that good. I mean, he won the Super Bowl based on his defense.
Yeah,
Defense was phenomenal that year, and he just cashed in on the money that he got. And, I mean, he is average. He might be a little below average.
Below? I think he's a little above. He's better than Sam Bradford. I will give him that.
Ooh.
I think he is.
I don't know, man. Sam Bradford, I'm a little biased, like I said. I love Sam Bradford.
Yeah, I have to go off of what he
Bradford's
did.
younger, too. Bradford's younger.
He is younger, but I don't know. I still think Flacco, I don't know.
Yeah, I was surprised by that. I did not know Sam Bradford was younger than Joe Flacco.
Yeah,
I did not
Flacco's
know
like
that.
31, Bradford's like
29.
29.
29.
Really? He's
yeah.
that old?
Yeah.
I thought he's younger than that.
He's a little up there, but
Well,
he's
you guys
still
are both
younger.
wrong, apparently.
Oh, really?
But no, I'm saying just like equally what you guys thought were wrong. But we're moving on here. Still in the NFL. Let's talk a little bit of draft preview for our Clemson Tigers. I just looked up the latest mock draft that NFL released. They're saying Kevin Dodd is going to be the first Tiger taken, going number 8 to the Miami Dolphins. And then Shaq Lawson either 10 to the Giants or 11 to the Bears. And then Mackenzie Alexander is going to be the third cornerback taken in the draft for at 29 to the Arizona Cardinals. Do you guys agree with this? Are you guys surprised at all? What are you guys' thoughts on all three of our Clemson Tigers going in the first round?
I'm a little surprised that Dodd is going before, or they're predicting that Dodd's going before Lawson. Obviously, Lawson, he's a bigger name than Dodd. Dodd's still a really good player, but Lawson, whenever they think of Clemson defense, they think of Ben Bowler, they think of Alexander, and they think of Shaq Lawson. They don't think of Kevin Dodd as much. So I'm kind of surprised that they predicted that, but they're still two really good quality defensive players.
See, Dodd's an amazing player, but I didn't really see anything from the past season that would put him above Shaq Lawson.
Yeah,
I don't really understand that. And then they got Mackenzie Alexander as the third cornerback going, which I can see why, because he didn't really do anything at the combine.
Yeah,
which that's fine, but still, he's the best corner in the country.
He's a shutdown corner, yeah.
He's the best.
In front of Jalen Ramsey and Vernon Hargroves.
Maybe not in front of Hargroves, but maybe, I don't know. Good. He's probably second. Maybe you could argue against Hargroves, but I think he's higher than, what do you say, 29th pick?
29th, Arizona
29th?
Cardinals.
I think he's higher.
And then Eli Apple of Ohio State's going right behind him. So there's going to be 4 cornerbacks taken in the first round, apparently.
That's I don't know. I think he's more mid-round or mid-first round than later first.
I think he could go a little earlier. I saw a draft projection on ESPN that had him going to the Steelers. Which
Steelers, they could use that.
That would be a great thing for the Steelers.
But while we're on the topic of what's great for each team, think about how good that secondary is going to be for Arizona if they can get Mackenzie Alexander.
Oh, if they can get
If he falls all the way down there and the Cardinals manage to grab him, that would be, if he goes to the Panthers, if he falls that far, I would love that.
If he goes to the Cardinals,
I'm sure you would love that.
I would love that.
I would too.
Quarterback.
Don't worry. No, if he goes to the Cardinals, that would just be not fair. Because the Cardinals secondary is already amazing.
Matthew's going to be back.
Yeah, they're going to get Matthew back. They're going to get the Honey Badger.
Yeah.
And they still have Peterson. And I don't want to think about Arizona Cardinals with
that would be unfair.
Alexander.
I wouldn't want that to happen.
No.
They would have a better defense than the Panthers. Yes, Matthew? Yes.
I don't know. I think you're trying to stir me up on this one.
I don't know, man.
I think
they have the better quarterback.
It depends what their front seven looks like. No, they do not have a better quarterback.
Personally, I think the Panthers should draft a quarterback. Don't you agree, Matthew?
You said quarterback or
quarterback?
I would agree
with
with
a Q.
Quarterback.
With a Q, don't you think? Don't you think they need an upgrade at quarterback?
Yeah, they need an upgrade from
yes,
the MVP.
Matthew, come on. All right, guys. So you have your whiteboards in front of you, thank God. We're going to play a game here. Horace isn't here for one of his spectacular games, so I'm going to have to try to make up one on my own here. We're going to do a little buy or sell. I'm going to give you some topics here, and you guys are going to tell me if you're going to buy the reason or sell the reason, all right? So first one here. If you guys didn't see this one, this is a pretty funny story. A fan was heckling Melo the other day and was complaining about his seats and how bad the Knicks were. And Melo cracked, looked at the fan and pointed at the owner of the Knicks and said, "Go ask him for your money back." What do you guys think about Melo's attitude? Are you buying Melo as Melo's attitude as a player, or are you selling that? What do you think? What are you guys thinking?
It depends on the context. That was a few days. Were they winning or losing the game?
What do you think?
Yeah, that's true.
The
Probably.
Knicks.
That's true. I should have asked. Yeah. So it's
Oof,
you.
that's a tough one.
Let's make it literally buying or selling Melo as a franchise point of view. So you're the owner now, buying or selling him. He just threw some mad shade at you.
So current Melo right now.
Current Melo right now.
To build a franchise.
Why would we talked about this last week. Why would we look in the past, okay? We can't change that. Why would we look 2 years ago? Would you rather talk about Melo 2 years ago?
I mean, he was better 2 years ago.
Well, obviously.
So, okay, you want to go or you want?
Personally, I would sell him. You can't really see that. There you go. You can't. I'll sell him because I mean he's getting up there in age, and the Knicks are terrible with him. So might as well just trade him off.
Move on. I like that's bold.
Trade
That's
him
bold.
off. Draft some better players. I'm not saying tank like the 76ers are, but like draft some better players. Get some new guys. You got Porzingis. You can build your team around Porzingis instead of Anthony.
I have to agree. You can see that. I have sell. I mean, he's got a big. What is the contract like? 5 year, $120 million. He's got a big contract. He doesn't. He's a very good scorer. His defense is average, I guess. You don't really talk about Carmelo's defense that much.
He was an all-star this year.
Yes, he was an all-star, but so was Kobe.
Yeah.
I mean. I don't know. He's having a career high assist this year because he can't shoot the ball as well. He's not a passer in general. He's not a passer. He's an isolation player. I like Porzingis as a better building block than Anthony.
Yeah. So just trade Anthony off. Build on Porzingis.
Yeah, I mean get some draft picks, trade him to a contender, get some draft picks.
That's all you need.
I agree.
All right, second one here. So we talked about Beasley getting signed to the Rockets. Now let's talk about Ty Lawson getting waived by the Rockets. Now, you're any other NBA franchise you want to be. You can tell me a franchise that you think would need him. But overall, as a franchise, would you buy or sell Ty Lawson?
Oh, that's a difficult one. That's a hard one.
Well, I don't want to make easy questions for you.
That's true. It's a good question. Good question.
Any day now. Jeopardy ended at 8 o'clock, so I don't want to do the theme song. Here we go.
All right, I'm going to go with sell again. I mean, Lawson, he was good with the Nuggets for a little bit. Then he had some DUIs. He had some problems. Obviously, that's why did they trade him? They traded him or released him? They got rid of him somehow.
They waived him.
Okay, he went to the Rockets. That didn't work out well because then you had Ty Lawson, James Harden, and Dwight Howard on one team. He's a big personality. I mean, maybe you could add him to like maybe the Spurs, like somebody that already has like.
Spurs.
Well, I'm talking about a team that like has a locker room that's already established. It's not a young team that he would be the leader of. He would not be the leader. Maybe.
I don't think the Spurs will take his.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying they would, but he's. I don't know. I wouldn't.
Well, then what are you saying there, Matthew? Give me an example.
An example of what?
Of a team you think he'd fit well. I'm putting you on the spot, Matthew. You are the veteran on this debate desk. You give me an example right now.
Right now.
Putting you on the spot.
Veteran team that could use him. Maybe the Heat. Maybe he could go to the
All
Heat.
right, there we go.
I mean, because Chalmers is gone. Oh, he wasn't really much of a point guard anyways. He was just LeBron and Bosch's. I can't say that word on TV, but he was their people that he yelled at. He got yelled at them a lot. He was trashed by them. So they haven't really had a good point guard. But maybe he could go there. Wade is obviously the leader of that team. So the Heat he could fit in with maybe. But not a lot of teams.
All right, I'm also selling him because.
How about you guys have different opinions real quick?
What can I say, man?
I'm
We
just
disagree.
kidding. Go on.
I'm selling him because you gotta have a good personality, especially if you're not a big time player like LeBron or anything like that, or Kobe or anything. If you're not gonna be the star player, you have no room to be egotistical and act like he does. So I mean, the DUIs kind of messed him up on that one, but I think it's a good sell.
Good sell. All right. Now, going back to the NFL here, Ezekiel Elliott is projected the #1 running back after the combine in the NFL draft, above Derrick Henry. What do you guys think of that? Elliott or Henry? Buying or selling Elliott? Buying or selling Henry? You guys just pick one.
All right, I'm gonna have to buy Elliott. I mean, I know Derrick Henry won the Heisman. But so did like Mark Ingram. I don't know. It's just running backs out of Alabama. They really don't do well in the NFL. I don't know. Maybe Henry will be different. He posted pretty good combine numbers, but I mean the combine only takes you so far. I don't know. I don't take the combine results with that much. Significance? I don't know. I think Elliott's a better running back. So yeah, I buy Elliott.
I'm going to sell Elliott. There you go.
Oh, yeah?
Okay, so I'm going to sell him because honestly, he had a great year at Ohio State, but Ohio State's also a great team.
Had a great career.
Oh yeah, great career. He's an amazing talent. I'm not saying anything against him, but Derrick Henry is a tank. Derrick Henry is a gigantic person. That's all I can really say. He can run the ball. He's like 250, right? He's like 260.
He's pretty up there.
He's up there. He's almost lineman size.
Well, speaking of linemen, Alabama's linemen are NFL linemen. That is the best line in the whole entire country. I mean, I guess Wisconsin can be up there too. But running behind that for a couple years, that has to say a lot about maybe not being able to translate into it. What do you think about that? Are you taking that into account as well? Elliott's line was not nearly as good as Henry's.
My thing about Derrick Henry is he got a lot of yards after tackle. So like he would get hit, and he just wouldn't go down because he's a big guy, and he's got that speed. His speed he's as fast as Ezekiel as Elliott.
Yeah, Elliott.
Yeah. He's as fast. I don't know what his 40 time is, but who cares? I mean, he's as fast at least, and he's a tank. He's a good guy. He's a good power back, and that's what you need to be in the NFL. Elliott, he can be a power back, but he's more of a hybrid kind of guy, go out for passes and stuff. And in the NFL, you need to be the tank at running back.
Both of you guys, real quick, we're going to take a break from the game because I just want to see if you guys are on the same page here. Who is the best running back in the NFL right now? Each of you guys. Who do you think is the best one?
Best running back? That's a good question.
Let's see. Okay.
Give me a minute.
I'm going to go with Ooh, that is a tough question. You got me there.
Thank you.
I had a good idea, but I
Pick one.
just pick one.
Come on, first one that came to mind. Matthew, who's the first one that came to mind?
The first one that came to mind was Todd Gurley, but he's got a lot of potential. I'm picking him off of potential. Okay, fine. I'll say Todd Gurley.
Okay, that's not a bad pick.
He won Rookie of the Year. He's got huge potential. This kid is unreal.
But he's what would you say? He's power or hybrid, or just speed? What do you think he is?
He's a little bit of both. I mean, he's really fast. He's
closer to Elliott, closer to Henry.
I'd say he's closer to Elliott. I don't think he's as big as Henry, but I don't know. I'd have to go with Todd Gurley.
I think Todd Gurley is a good choice. I wouldn't say. Okay, so
I'm picking off of potential.
Yeah, potential-wise, yes, because most of the good running backs like Adrian Peterson and Chris Johnson's not really that good anymore. But they're getting up there in age, so we got to kind of build off potential. My sleeper pick though would be C.J. Anderson for the Broncos.
C.J. Anderson, really?
He had one heck of a year.
He had a great year for the Broncos.
But speed, hybrid, or power?
Who, Anderson?
Yes.
He's more of a speed guy, but he can swing out
Well,
for passes.
time out right there before you say anything else. You said that Henry, you said that power back is the way to go, and neither of you guys really named a power back. Matthew, you called Gurley a hybrid, and Josh, you said speed. So do you want to reconsider buying or selling Elliott?
I see what he did there.
I gotta stand up for my Buckeyes here. All right, I'm a closet Buckeyes fan.
I'm not gonna reconsider. C.J. Anderson, he's a good running back in my opinion, but I mean that's the Broncos. That's the Broncos offense. He does well in the offense. If you put Derrick Henry on any NFL offense, I think he'll thrive as long as they have a decent to okay line. Elliott, not so much. I mean, he could go out for swing passes if they build an offense around him. Maybe he'll do good for like the Eagles or the 49ers or something like that. He'll thrive, but I mean, I don't think the offense is there for Elliott.
I don't know. I mean, the NFL is a place for speed, though. I mean, like the fullback position, for example, they're the bigger running backs like Mike Tolbert and all them.
That's
Shocking.
big,
You picked a
big
Panther.
guys.
You picked a Panthers fullback.
Well, he's one of the best, and that position is going extinct though. The big boys are. There's not as many of them as the NFL as compared to speed guys.
To be fair, name one other fullback in the NFL.
Kuntz from the
yes.
Packers.
Zach Lyon
Okay.
on the Vikings. There's a few of them.
There's a few.
There's probably like 5-1. Like I don't know. There's a lot of teams that don't even have the position.
All right, hold on. We went to. I just wanted to get on a tangent here to hopefully if I could catch Josh slipping up on his first week on the debate desk. Like Horace holds me accountable. I am now holding both of you accountable for what you guys have predicted for the upcoming season. So don't be surprised when next spring rolls around and you see yourself a little video of today's episode a year from now. But anywho, going back to the game, we have 2 more questions left. All right. Allen Iverson has recently told media asked Allen Iverson who he thought was most like him, and he told the media that it was Russell Westbrook. You guys buying or selling his comment? If you guys are selling, tell me who you think better represents Allen Iverson.
Well, this is. No, wait, let me.
I'm going to have to buy here. Westbrook is very similar to Iverson. I mean, they got the same build, they got the same play style. Westbrook's just a tad bit better at defense, sort of.
Ooh, thank God you clarified.
Yeah, oh no, come on. No. Westbrook is top 5 point guard in the league right now, but I mean, he's similar to Allen Iverson, so I totally buy that.
Yeah, I have to agree. I have to go with buy, but for kind of a different reason. I mean, obviously they're both athletic, they're both dominant players, but they've also got that it factor. They want to win the game no matter what. They've got that killer instinct. When the 76ers played the Lakers in the finals, the 76ers were massively
Underrated.
Not
Not underrated.
Nobody picked them to win. I
Yeah.
think they were picked to get swept. They lost 4-1, but Iverson, he got them one game, and he wanted it. Westbrook also wants. I don't know. Westbrook is really good too.
Matthew, very proud of you today. Josh, that was a good answer too. Thank God you bought him. But Matthew, very good answer, because the reason, which I didn't tell you guys, the reason that Allen Iverson followed up with was saying because they both have that killer instinct and they both go hard and they both want to win every single game. So A+ for Matthew. I'm very proud of you. All right, last question, guys. Last question. Let's make it a good one. So, off day for the Cavs today. LeBron went to Miami to play with his old buddy Dwayne Wade. Now, there's been some speculation that he is sick and tired of Cleveland, sick and tired of all the locker room troubles, and he also tweeted something about how he's been making mistakes. Are you guys buying or selling this rumor about LeBron maybe going back to Miami next year, because he only signed for 1 year in Cleveland?
I'm going to have to sell that. That's just media buzz trying to get a story about, we haven't talked about LeBron enough. We've talked about Curry. Let's talk about LeBron more. So let's go look at his Twitter and see what he did. I can kind of see where they're coming from, but, I mean, he's going to stay in Cleveland. I'm pretty sure he's going to stay in Cleveland for the rest of his career. Why would he leave there, go back to the place where he already left?
After 2 years.
It sounds stupid. I mean, yeah, there's also been rumors that Kyrie hasn't been happy in Cleveland. So maybe that has a little bit of substance, but I think it's just media buzz.
I'm going to sell this too, because, I mean, what problems does LeBron have in Cleveland? I mean, didn't he get the coach fired? That's a rumor. That's not true. But, I mean, what problems could he possibly have? He could have whatever he wants in Cleveland. I don't understand why he would want to leave.
He has the fans. He has the money. He has
everyone in Cleveland loves him. The organization loves him. I mean,
he's basically the coach.
Yeah, he's basically the coach. I mean, there's no reason for him to leave unless he wants to win another championship. But I think,
that's a shot right there.
I mean, I think he can win a championship in Cleveland, but he's got to.
He will win.
Not when the Warriors are around.
Oh yeah, the Warriors kind of.
They're gonna get hurt. Cleveland has had injuries upon injuries, and it's gonna start catching up to the Warriors here soon.
That could also be true. Injuries are a very big part of it. But if they stay healthy, I can't see anybody beating the Warriors. I sound like everybody else, but I mean they're too good.
Bandwagoner. You bandwagoner.
Also, my main thing for not
unless
thinking,
the Hornets win it, but
of course. My main thing for not thinking LeBron would leave is because I think it's his mission right now to get Cleveland a championship.
Didn't he say he was going to win a championship?
Yeah, it's his mission. I mean,
But he also said he's going to win a championship in Cleveland before he left Cleveland.
well, then he got fed up with it and he left to go to Miami to win. He already won his regular championship. Now he wants to win for Cleveland.
Well,
So,
technically, he's not breaking that promise because he had a little detour, and now he's gone back.
Yeah,
to
a
win that
little
championship.
detour.
So he didn't break it.
I like it. All right, Clemson, that's all the time we have for today. Tune in next week at 8:30. We're going to have a good show. We should have a full crew back. Josh hopefully is going to stay on. I thought he did well. What do you guys think, Clemson? Let us know on Twitter. Let us know on Facebook. Let us know on any social media site that you can possibly find that we have. But like I said, that's all for today. Tune in next week. We're doing top 5 on every single position in the NBA. So be looking for that. See you, Clemson.